Here's the hard truth. Most people aren't patient enough to let success mature. They bail too soon. They start fighting too soon. They switch systems too fast. They chase hot streaks and ignore deep growth. But if you can hold the line, if you can sit in the discomfort of the slow, variable season without abandoning your process, that is where mastery is born. Hey, welcome back. Here at the Market Mamas podcast, I cover a wide range of topics from the intricacies of day trading to mindset mastery and psychological growth, with the goal of the conversations being next level growth for all of us. My name is Becky, and I'm a US-based futures day trader from the Pacific Northwest. My trading experience includes trading stocks, options, crypto, and futures, with both trading a personal account as well as with prop funding companies. Over time, I found that I most enjoy the fast-paced world of intraday futures trading, so that is my primary day trading focus now. Thank you for joining me on the Market Mamas podcast today. Hey, what's up, traders? Welcome back to the Market Mamas. Today's episode is all about where ambition and drive meets clarity and patience. I'm Becky, and if you're like me, you've tasted some wins. You've felt the rush of big green days, the excitement of growing accounts, and maybe even hit a milestone or two that felt impossible at one point in your career. But now, you've started on the next higher level, and it's not coming as easy or clicking right into place as you had hoped. In this episode specifically, I'm talking to the warriors who are out here grinding right along with me, not just to win, but to evolve. If you're listening to this, you're probably someone who's putting in serious work, long days, short nights, charts before dawn, journaling after dark, on the weekends. You're hunting relentlessly for that big breakthrough that's going to take you securely into the next higher levels. You're doing your best to tune out the criticism and judgment and hold your focus that you know serves you best. To you guys, I want to offer you a truth that might sound radical. Pausing for reflection and refocusing periodically is not weakness. It's an important strategy. So I wrote this episode today, honestly for myself, but then also to all traders to listen to at night, at the end of the day. So for me, I'm going to do like during my bedtime routine, maybe in the shower, as I lay down, during an evening walk, just at a time during the evening when the work is done enough and it's time to wind down our bodies and minds for the rest that is required. That rest time is critical for growth, actually. It's a period during which we have an opportunity to intentionally let go of any negative emotions that might want to linger, and instead refocus our minds on where we are going and how much we have already grown. Center our end-of-day thoughts and energy around positive, supportive sentiments rather than worry or fear. We did a lot today. Worked, studied, sought answers to questions, loved our people, moved the ball down the court. Today was a really productive day. Tomorrow will be here soon enough, and it holds many untold, beautiful, fresh opportunities. But this time right now, these 20 minutes tonight while you're here with me, this time is for welcoming peace into our bodies and spirits, accepting whatever day you had as one step closer to your goals and thereby productive, no matter the specifics. Doing this type of work for my mind over the past couple of years has been really powerful for me as an evolving trader. It's an ongoing process for me of rewriting and owning the script that runs behind the scenes in my mind for good instead of evil. Until now, no videos that I had found were quite right for where I am at 4 years into my trading career, having tasted solid profits, surpassed many levels, but still regularly enough having struggle days mixed in, and those causing a reigniting of fear and worry that I haven't yet been able to fully shake consistently. So, if my situation resonates at all with yours, try this episode out in your evening time or anytime when you are taking a few minutes for yourself to refocus. And if you find value in this episode as you listen, please do take a quick second to like and subscribe for me, and then maybe throw a comment in if you're so inclined. It really truly helps me and the show more than I could say, and maybe more and more traders then can find the resources here that can be really helpful for them too. But more than any of that, if these words help your mind settle and sharpen like they do for me, save this video and use it whenever you need it. That's the purpose. I have had multiple little audio recordings on my phone similar to this that I have leaned on over the years. And so this is why I was like, I need to write it just how I want to hear it so that I can re-listen and other people can maybe see if it speaks to them too. So let's do it. So maybe life right now is messy or feels heavy. Maybe Miss Market is moving to a beat that you are not following so well right now. Maybe you're second guessing your entries or exits. Or maybe, just maybe, you're realizing that the next leap on your journey isn't about a new strategy, but about you, your mindset, your energy, your focus, your vibe. I want to dive into something most traders overlook. That is rest as an important part of your strategy. And I don't mean zoning out on Netflix or forcing a vacation. I'm talking about intentional high-performance rest. The kind that resets your nervous system, sharpens your edge, and reminds you who the hell you are. If you're a trader, you know this feeling. You've been glued to the screen for hours. You're overtrading at best, revenge chasing at worst. Every candle feels personal. You're no longer following the plan. You're in a trance, and that rarely ends well. This can feel like you're doing everything, but moving nowhere. Does it sound familiar? It's burnout loop. Here's the pattern. You start with energy and vision, a clear, intentional plan and hypothesis on how you're going to approach your trading day. You push hard at it. The results don't come as fast as you expected or hoped. So then you double down on your effort and the time you're spending and maybe even the leverage you're using. Full on grind mode. But then fatigue sets in, a feeling of overwhelm, almost exhaustion. Your focus is fading, mistakes start to creep in, and suddenly you're spiraling. The plan forgotten, your smart priorities, risk management in the backseat. Outcomes slip farther and farther away. Here's the truth. Grind does not always equal growth. What you actually need sometimes in these moments is to interrupt that cycle. You don't quit, it's not retreat, but a recenter. We didn't get into trading because it was easy. We got into this game because we wanted the freedom, impact, growth, potential that we could realize. And now we've proven we can win. But the first big taste of success, it's kind of a double-edged sword. Suddenly, we've got something to lose. The pressure ramped up. Our wins are bigger. But so is the fear. We're no longer just trying to survive. Now we're trying to scale, to sustain, to build, to master. The numbers are bigger. The goals are bigger. The pressure is bigger. This is a part of a journey that very few talk about. It's the messy middle, when the dream is real, our skill is real, but so are the doubts. When you're grinding harder than ever, but the breakthroughs seem to come slower. But here's the truth that I know I often still forget. Fear doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It means you're close. Taking a beat to recenter is not weakness. It's weaponry. Here's the thing that I know I have experienced firsthand, and the feeling is so very real, okay? Most traders hit a wall and respond to it with more force. More screen time, more alerts, more strategy hopping, more mentor seeking, more sleepless nights, more caffeine, more trading. Miss Market does not reward over effort. She rewards clarity, presence, emotional control, patience. And we don't get those by grinding harder, pushing longer, trying to fix it in one day. We get them more so, I would argue, by recentering, refocusing, embracing a calming breathwork session. If you know how to take a winning trade, then you have an edge. Here's where you have to learn to keep yourself in alignment so that you can execute it to the best of your ability. Let me ask you, when was the last time you actually got quiet with yourself? No charts, no data, no hunting a setup, no seeking validation, no meeting everyone else's needs. Just you, breathing, listening, tuning back in to why you started in the first place, into who you are in your soul along this journey. I ask because goodness, it is so easy to back burner this intentional personal time. This I know. High-performance traders aren't just skilled, they're self-aware. They know when to push and they know when to pull back. They know that they have to respect their process enough to recognize that there will come times that some space from Miss Market can actually be tremendously beneficial. That rest day we're afraid to take, that might be the very move that unlocks the next level of precision. I've had to teach myself this and learn from those who are more wise than myself, and then take their advice sometimes even begrudgingly, but then I realized that it actually was so helpful. That rest is not retreat or defeat, it's a reset. We live in a hustle culture that glorifies the relentless grind. Look at my posters, hustle, grind, and execute, right? That is what got me to my trading edge where I am profitable. But I would argue that this is the next level for me. This putting rest into that too. Reset, peace, faith. It's a reframe. Rest isn't what you do after you've earned it. It's what you do to stay sharp enough to keep winning time over time. Traders, your edge isn't in constant screen time. It's in pattern and setup recognition, studying and learning for sure, but also in emotional control, right? Patience, process, and none of that functions well when you're exhausted. We're not paid for activity in this career path. We're paid for clarity, for decisions, for intentional risk management. If we're drained and exhausted, we're reactive, not strategic. Rest creates space, which is what I love about it. It's a pause. And in that space, you can regain your vision. If you found yourself deep in a burnout loop, here's an idea. Try this. Take 24 hours with no charts, no news, no push, no screens if you can avoid it. Just try to breathe. Go for walks, journal, get outside. Let your nervous system reset, engage in a hobby that you love. When you come back, you're not slower, you're sharper. And if you can't this week, then just take 15 minutes for quiet, to disconnect from the screens and the noise, to listen to your mind and your heart again, get them coherent and settled. Remember all you have to be grateful for and what your big picture dreams look like. Even when we're not yet where we dream to be, these days right now are incredible. We are living the dream right now in the pursuit of the greatest goals, in the energy of doing more than many, and meeting new like-minded people along the way. Every win refines the vision of the greatest success and our true ability to push it, to push to it, to push beyond it, to achieve more than we even knew to dream of in the beginning. In taking time to remember why we are in this place and how amazing it all is in itself, that is so validating and calming for me. Our greatest goals will take time, and that's okay. Nothing as incredible as our dreams was built in a year or 5, but it is building. We are building, and rest breaks to remember this vision are powerful towards those goals. Okay, so stick with me. Tomorrow morning, try this. Take 15 minutes before the market opens. No screens, no socials, no action. Sit down and put pen to paper and just journal. What do I want from today? And who do I want to be today? Those are the 2 main questions. What do I want from today? Who do I want to be today? You can write it down while taking deep, focused breaths. Don't just write profitable, but go deeper. I want to trade with confidence. I want to be disciplined with my choices. I want to remain patient until I know in my gut that this is my setup presenting. I want to only execute on my A+ setups. I will be content with my risk management and my process because I know that it gets me to success. And as you write them, envision yourself in those choices, in those moments. Feel how it would feel to have that day today. Now compare that with how we all too often kind of maybe rush into our day. Reactionary, scattered, trying to catch everything, rushing through our process to try and get ready in time doesn't really make you more ready. Sometimes we miss too much of what matters. This is how you shift by making this choice each morning. This is how you shift from being reactive to intentional. So I would urge you to just kind of give this journal prompt a try for even just a week. In the morning, before you get into your levels and your charts, make sure you're centered in the vision of who you're going to be for your trading day. For me, it makes a real notable difference. I really trade with so much more curiosity over anxiety when I take time to center myself before New York session candles start to print. Success doesn't punish the slow. it punishes the scattered. If you're building something reliable and sustainable for the long term, you need to reframe your relationship with time. You're not just trying to build today's P&L. Instead, I love the idea of knowing that I'm building me, you. We are building your system, your psychology, your framework, your longevity in the game. You are your own best edge as a trader. Did you hear that? You are your own best edge as a trader. Here's the hard truth. Most people aren't patient enough to let success mature. They bail too soon. They start fighting too soon. They switch systems too fast. They chase hot streaks and ignore deep growth. But if you can hold the line, if you can sit in the discomfort of the slow, variable season without abandoning your process, that is where mastery is born. Aim to weather the red days, whether Miss Market humbled you yet again, and don't allow a cocky energy to take hold when you have a big win either. Respect each day for what it taught you and stay steady to keep working your system day in and day out with careful attention. Let any potential emotional carryover wash right off you tonight. You did good work today. Similar to the guy on the sidewalk, out of breath, drenched in sweat, but still jogging. He is lapping everyone still at home on their couch. This might be you during this season in trading. It might not be the cutest you've ever felt, but if you're doing a damn lot more than everyone else who's not even considering the validity of their grandest dreams. But here you are, showing up for your life and building something big, brick by brick. And what a pleasure it is to be in this position, right? For me, even on my reddest days, I choose to close out the night reveling in the pleasures of my life. So grateful for the opportunity and the future that I know I have based on the good work that I am doing now, each day, each hour of each day. No matter if it's showing up for my charts, the podcast, my family, my kids, I try hard at what I do, and that is the guarantee that my future is coming. Every elite trader I know or have studied talks about it. There is a season of stillness, of pullbacks, of consolidation, of seemingly nothing good happening, of frustrating daily ups and downs. But beneath that surface, deep internal upgrades are taking place. The lesson days are compounding. The setups are becoming more clear earlier and earlier each session, and you know you can feel that. Too often we get obsessed with timelines. I need to make X by age 30. I have to scale by Q2 this year. My win rate should be X by now. But that pressure, it distorts purpose. Most success is not linear, it's compounding. The timelines will vary, but when you breathe and trust yourself and let it all add up over time, the breakouts will come. Your edge will fully click into place. Your job is to trust the process long enough to see its payout, figuratively and literally. So what about the how of all of this? Here are 3 daily rituals that I swear by and aim to do every day to recenter, reduce fear, and reconnect to my bigger picture. So I start with a pre-market focus. Before I even glance at a chart, I check in with myself, and I take 5 minutes for personal gratitude and breath work. It's like clearing the cache in my brain, right? Setting the vibe for my best center from which to work from. And the journaling here as well, if that speaks to you. Any variety of just pulling back into who you want to be in this day and what you already have that you're so thankful for really is good energy to bring more to you. So then, non-negotiable for me is the one trade mindset. So when I write out my pre-market hypothesis and finalize my chart levels, prepare to do my trading executions, I then begin my trading session by asking if I could only take one trade today, what would it be? How will she look when she's providing me with my entry signals? This focus It forces me to wait for quality, and it reduces the FOMO-driven mistakes. I really more prepared than ever to execute my best trade. And then lastly, I really every day, to some variety or another, depends on my schedule, to be honest, how much time I have and what I have going on with the kids, evening events or whatnot. But in some variety of another, I have to have an end of day reflection. And honestly, that could be why you're listening to this. In the shower, sometimes I have to, multitask, but an end of day reflection, it's more than just the simple check the box on a journaling. It's more like a recon, right? What did I feel today? How did I manage my emotions? Was I in a flow state? When did fear or anxiety take over? This is where real growth comes from. Not just reviewing winners and losers, but reviewing yourself. And in this reflection, don't forget to celebrate your wins. But don't perseverate on the losses, I would urge. Accept the lessons from them, but then let them go. There is really no reason to carry negativity over. It will best kind of haunt you. Thank you next kind of energy for those losses, like they will happen. You're still a great trader. You're going to do really good work the next day. So let it go and focus on the big picture win that you're working towards, right? Let me in with this. You are not broken. You are just breaking through. Setbacks happen. That's okay. This phase you're in, it's not failure. It's friction. And friction is what makes fire. So pause when you need to. Breathe when you're unclear on the next step. Reconnect with the version of you who had the guts to start this wild journey in the first place. And remember that success isn't found in force, it's found in flow and over time. You didn't come this far to burn out. You started because you wanted financial freedom, mastery, impact, dreams realized, a legacy to leave. That requires a new level of self-respect, not just for your work, but for your energy, for you, for your life, because you are worth it all and you are capable of everything. So I say, don't just hustle harder, but align deeper. Make that a part of your hustle, that alignment. Hold that faith in yourself. You know who you are. You know what a badass you are. Breathe through the harder days as well as exciting ones. And remember who you are throughout your journey and let it take time to be strong and stable enough to grow that legacy. Okay, thanks for listening, you guys. If this hits home for you, take a moment, breathe deep, reset, and be ready to go kick ass again the next day. But do it from a place of peace and abundance. And pay it forward to keep the grateful momentum on your side. Share this track with another trader who needs a reminder too. And remember, the market rewards those who are clear, calm, and consistent. Keep going. Until next time, keep your edge sharp and your purpose sharper. We are closer than we think to everything and our wildest dreams. Take care, everyone. I really appreciate you being here with me at Market Mamas, and happy trading.